Okay, lots more factoring here. You always look for something that's the same when you do factoring. Look at these two things, a minus 1. Well, it's a lot like 1 minus a. In fact, there's a special trick for converting this to a minus 1. And what it is called a switch around. You change the sign of this. You actually multiply it by negative 1. It turns into minus 25. And then you multiply by negative 1 again. This switches around. So it just becomes a minus 1. Now you've got a common factor. You write it down once, and a minus 1 times a squared gives me this, the first products, and minus 25 times a minus 1. It should, that means that you've got a minus 25 there. A minus 1 times minus 25 gives you this. And a squared minus 25, well, that's just a difference of squares. Square root 25, it's a plus 5, a minus 5. All done. Here now, this helps to rearrange this x squared minus y squared. Why? Because x squared minus y squared, you know factors into x plus y, x minus y. And now we have that lovely thing where we've got x plus y as a common factor. We write it down once and then write out the other two things that are there. That's how you do it. You just write the other two things just like we did here. A squared and minus 25 you write down. You write x minus y and x plus 1 times a minus 1 gives me minus x plus y. So there's that one done. Here, what's in both of these? There's a 2 in both, so that's your first step. There's your first mark. And then, hey, that's a difference of squares. 1 squared and x squared squared. So you go x squared plus 1, x squared minus 1. Bring down the 2 and the x squared plus 1, and you've got x squared minus 1. You can factor it again. X plus 1, x minus 1. There's your final answer. The next question is all about understanding this formula. The difference of cubes. You subtract the first two things. You have to turn this into something cubed. Well, that's 2a cubed. And that's 3b in brackets cubed. And then you can just use this formula. See, it's 2a cubed and 3b cubed. And the formula says we're supposed to go a minus b. But here it's 2a minus 3b. And then you're supposed to square the first term, 2a squared, that's 4a squared. And then ab, that's 2a times 3b, that'll make 6ab. And then b squared, 3b squared, that makes 9b squared. There's your final answer. And you can't do this unless you have this formula kind of in your head. You have to know it. And you'd use the same formula right here, except a is x minus y, and b is 1 cubed is 1, so b is 1. So when you write it out, it's x minus 1 times minus 1, x minus 1 squared. There's your ab, x minus y times 1, and there's your b squared. And if you multiply this out a bit, you get this. You could almost leave it like that, x minus y squared plus x minus y plus 1. Or you can kind of multiply it out a little bit, and it looks like that. So there you go. There's some more factoring.